Hello. Good morning or good afternoon. It's officially noon where I am, even though my body thinks it's 11. How are y'all? Happy Monday. Happy start of a new week. Is anybody on this call already on a spring break? I'm not. Oh, look, at least two of y'all are. Mine is next week. So, okay, a few of y'all are on spring break, a few of you aren't. Thanks for hopping on. I got to tell you, when I see you guys hop on, it makes me so happy because I feel like if you still need a reminder this many years in that we have masterclass every Monday at noon, like what's going on with you? Put it in your calendar, set an alert. And so what I see typically are like our old faithful crew hopping on week after week. And I just want to tell y'all, I see you. I'm impressed. I know that that is like you being a leader and showing up for yourself. Okay, so if you're available and you can turn your camera on, I know some of you guys might be driving or you might be working or whatever, but it's great to see your face while we work. I don't care how ratchet you look, all right? Just as a reminder. Andrea and I promise I look like I've done my hair. I did my hair on Thursday and I literally haven't touched it. That's why I have a hat on. So, okay. Welcome to Monday Masterclass. Today is going to be a bit of a working call. Ashley Young, you did not know that Andrea literally had a graphic for you to speak on this call. I was like, you haven't even talked to her about it. Isn't that funny? So I saved you. What we decided to do is really get dialed in today on helping you make money. And I want you to know that the point of this call is not to help you earn that watch. Let me just be really clear. The watch is awesome. My family and I decided about 5 years ago, we have a saying that we say around here, because we're a Plexus household. We say income over incentives. We want to grow income more than we want to win an incentive. Give me all the incentives though. I love it. Like, do I want an Apple Watch? Yeah, I have a Garmin. I don't even wear Apple Watches anymore. Do I want it? Heck yes, I do. Trust me, it's either a gift or I can give it to a kid or I can just have it for myself or I can sell it. I don't care, but I want it just because I want to be in action leading out this month. So we are not here to help you earn the watch, but we hope the watch is a happy byproduct of helping you get to work this month. What we really want to help you understand so that you can help your leaders understand is the idea of rank rewards, okay? Like there is an opportunity for you to rank or re-rank this month and make money while you're doing that. That's what we want to hone in on. So here's what I did the first weekend of this month is I actually went and wrote down all the names of my leaders. Now listen, some of you guys are in a growth or a regrowth place where you might not have an active leader, someone that's like daily working their business under you. Don't count them out from this list. If you've got someone who has ever ranked silver underneath you, I want you to include them in this list of leaders. And what we really want to do is help you guys run the numbers for yourselves and for people on your team so that at the very least you can go to them and say, hey, did you know this month, if you were to re-rank, because some of them, it would be super easy, like they just might need one person. Here's what you can make from Plexus on top of what you'll make in your commissions, on top of what you would make in business building businesses, on top of if you went after 6 people, you'd also get an Apple Watch. Okay, does that make sense? So Andrea, do you want to speak into this for a minute?
Yeah, I love talking about rank rewards. So, first of all, yes, please come to all calls looking like you are struggling with your day because that makes us feel a little more like, oh, we're all doing this together. Okay. And I also love that Becky put income over incentives. I literally wrote it down. Y'all know how there's like little graphics? Like I wrote it down like this income with that line and then incentives underneath it. Like I think we need a t-shirt that just says income over incentives. I love that focus. So, and I love the fact that Beck talked about everything else, income first. And because you're doing the income producing activities, then the watch comes. It's like a natural byproduct of what you're doing. So has anyone, okay, raise your hand. I can see a couple of your faces. actually dove into rank rewards. Okay. Does anyone feel overwhelmed by rank rewards? Okay. Sally has dove in. Kristen is overwhelmed. Anybody else have feelings around rank rewards? Like it's just one more thing to try to figure out. Christy has feelings around it. Got it. Okay. It's one more thing to figure out. Good. Here's how I want you to start with yours. Before you ever even go to a single person on your team, I want you to know what your goal is this month. Because as soon as you know yours, then you can go into everybody else's. I want you to have a little bit of background on it. Beck may kill me for wasting time, but I want y'all to know that y'all have seen like the bento box, the blanket, all the little things that have happened month after month, the last few months for adding 3. When the Star Diamonds were in California a month ago, we were talking about what that was going to look like for March. And y'all, literally all 30 people, all 30 Star Diamonds in the room were like, hold the phone. Let's not do add 3 incentive. Let's do a hold your rank, hold where you are right now. Don't let the bathtub drain out. We're going to talk about the bathtub in just a second. Don't let the bathtub drain out. Let's hold the level where it is right now. Has anyone else ever filled up your bathtub over that little like thing that you're like, please don't go down, pass up, because I need it like up over my shoulders. Like, let's just hold the line of the bathtub up here right now. Like, we'd love for it to grow. We'd love for it to go up, but you know how there's like a point in the bathtub where you like, if it grows below a certain point, you're like, it's too cold. I need it to go back up. So we're holding the line. And the reason we're using a bathtub analogy is this. Think about your bathtub and the fact that you turn on your faucet. That's you recruiting all the way on high, all hot and cold, don't care, all the temperatures coming in, which is like people that love the products, people that don't love the products, fine. Hot and cold water coming in on your one faucet, your drain, you're like trying to push down your drain, which is your customer service. You're trying to keep as few people coming out the bottom as possible. So you're trying to hold a line and you're trying to get that water line to grow, right? So drain is retention. Your water line is your points. If you could turn on a couple of more faucets, then you actually have more people pouring into your team as a whole, which is more legs, right? All pouring in. Now your bath line goes up. Even if your bathtub's draining even a little faster, it's okay because you're adding more and more faucets to it. So your line's going up. So we need y'all to hold the line you had in February. I need you to write down your February points. I don't care if it was 5 points. I don't care if it was 50 points. I don't care if it's 500. I need you to write down the exact number of your February points. And then I need you to put them in the chat. Let's just go bold. I'll put mine in the chat too. Not my diamond points, but I'm putting my reentry points in there. There we go. Okay, this is just February points. See, I love it. I love it when there's just like a whole gamut of points. Nobody has any feelings around these points. We're not attaching value to these points. We're not attaching worth to these points. We are literally just saying, this is where my team is. This is my bath line right now. Everybody's bathtub size looks different. Your faucets look different. Your drain looks different. This is literally just where your bathtub is right now. Okay. Ready? If whatever that rank is, so mine was 555, so that's Ruby. If whatever that rank is, if I hold it in March, so I hold 555, which means I could easily drop below that, right? And hit like 498. If like the drain comes down and I'm not adding people to it, I could drop down below Ruby really easily. Some of y'all are right kind of on that edge of like 10, 15 people dropping out, turning some subs off could drop you below your rank for February. Your goal is to stay within your February rank. Add your personal 3 people. You have to add 3 personal level 1s that are qualified, which means over $100 PV. And you get a bonus. So for me, so for gold, if you hold gold, you're at gold points. Doesn't matter what your highest rank was ever. Talking just February. You're between 100 points and 249 points. You hold gold in March from February, you get $100. You do that for senior gold, 150. So I want you to write down what your amount is, what you need to hold, how much you're going to earn. Ruby is 200, senior Ruby 250. That's it. Those 4 ranks. Ruby, gold, senior gold, Ruby, senior Ruby. Those 4 ranks are the ones that hold. So you have your dollar amount. Okay, good. Thank you, Christy, for putting your dollar amount in there. I love that. Nope, it's not based off highest rank. It's just based off February. What you had, my points in February were 555. If I hold Ruby, doesn't matter whether I've hit Senior Ruby, Emerald, or Diamond on that position. If I hold my February rank and I do not drop below it down to Senior Gold, I just hold Ruby, I will get that amount of money. So I need you to put your amount of money that you're going for this month by just holding February rank in the chat. Okay, Becky, 150 if she holds. Like, that's important for you to know. If I hold and I add 3 level 1s, I get this cash. Like, just for maintaining the line, holding the line and adding your 3. Because really adding 3 is a baseline. Okay? Like, we're just adding 3 is your baseline and maintaining rank from February. Now, if you say have hit Ruby before, and right now you in February you maintained gold, but you were kind of on that line of like gold, senior gold, but there was no real reason for you to like push this hold senior gold, fine. But this month you do actually hit the senior gold numbers. You've added 3, a couple people on your team want to maintain gold, so they're going to add 3. And now all of a sudden you've upped over senior gold line. You get that senior gold money. You've already hit senior gold before, so you're not getting the one-time rank bonus of $250, which I think is what you get for senior gold, but you're getting that 150. So if you pushed hard this month and re-ranked 1 rank higher than where you were in February, this is a re-rank. This is not I've never hit the rank of, I've never hit senior Ruby on my re-entry, so I'm out on this, right? Stepping out. Christy Metropolis, I think you're senior Ruby, right? So you're stepped out on this part just because that's a different, okay, Ruby, good. Have you ever hit senior Ruby? Okay, so you're stepping out on this too because you're holding where your highest ever. So some of y'all are going to step back on this, but if the next rank up from where you were in February, you have hit before, you get that bonus if you hit it this month and you add your 3. You get the rank rewards bonus, not the one-time bonus. So for those of you who February was not your highest rank ever, and you can get back to that next rank this month, what's that difference for you? So I want you to write in the chat if that applies to you. So Beck Russ is holding, he's hit Ruby before, but right now he's holding senior gold. So if he hit Ruby,
let's be clear too. It's I'm holding senior gold. I'm saying that as ownership, right?
So Becky is working a position under her husband because a really good chance that Beck could hit 3-star diamond in the next year. Because of the way that she's working her business. Again, she's hit diamond on her primary position. So she's growing width right now in leader legs. And our company allows us to do that. So it's incredible. So I want you to be really aware if Russ's position, let's just call it Russ's position. Russ's position is holding senior gold in February, but it re-ranks to Ruby in March. Now the new line of demarcation, the new hold is Ruby, but he gets a $200 bonus instead of a $150. And then going forward in the same rank rewards, now Ruby is the threshold going forward. Okay? Yes, $200. Okay. Good, Beck. I'm glad you're in the comments. Thanks. If I missed something, let me know. I want to pause right here. Is anyone lost on what they need to do or what their goal is just for rank rewards in March? Sally, I'm about to get to you because you do have a play in this game. I just want to tell you what it is. So hold on a second.
And does everyone understand that unlocking the cash means recruiting 3? That's the threshold. We're not talking about the watch. We're talking about unlocking cash for you and everyone under you is the recruit 3.
Okay. 2 caveats that I want to put in this for your team as you're looking through your people. One is if they have never hit gold, Sally, I'm looking at you since you blew it up to senior silver last month. You've never hit gold, then you need to go for gold because you need to get to this point where you're actually holding gold. So your goal is to hit gold for the first time and get that gold bonus, which is bigger than what we're talking about here. So if you have someone who's never hit gold, you need to get them to that point here in March so that they can maintain gold April, May, June, grow towards senior gold, but they're earning that cash every month. You don't want them just maintaining senior silver because they're not going to earn that cash going forward. So yeah, Roxanne's goal is to hit gold. Sally's goal is to hit gold. Anybody on your team working that you can pour this vision into, you really want to help them hit gold this month. So many layers to this. One, now they have access to the cash going forward. Two, that helps your points. If Sally goes up 50 points, Sally's sponsor probably goes up 50 points because all of Sally's people are going to be her level ones. So do y'all see how Sally going gold helps her sponsor? If you as the sponsor have 3 people going gold, even if it's just for the first time, and maybe they each need like 15 points. So it's not growing you 300 points in a month, but it could grow you 45 points this month. That's a huge growth for a lot of us. And it's maintaining that rank.
Which, by the way, and Andrea, if you just said this and I just completely missed it, forgive me. Your person underneath you who's maybe been hovering between 50, 60 or whatever, and you're like, hey, let's do this. I want to re-rank gold. Let's get you to gold. Like it's the same, the first time rank up bonus. I'm not talking fast start. The first time rank up bonus for gold, no matter how long they've been with the company, is 200. Okay. So like they don't get the rank rewards. They're getting that first time initial bonus, which is better for them. Okay. Than the re-rank reward or the holding reward. Okay. So just know that this is for holding rank or re-ranking. It's not for the first time bonus.
Now, the last thing I want to share with you is if someone has hit the rank of gold and did not hold it in February. So they have hit the rank of gold in the past. They are currently not holding the rank of gold. If they get back to gold in March and they add their 3, they get that $100. So how many of y'all have somebody on your team, level 1, who has hit gold in the past, is maybe hovering between 50 and 90, the 100 point kind of range? Tina, 10. Please tell me that's 10 people. I mean, could you imagine, Tina, if you have 10 people that re-rank gold just in that 50 to 100 rank? Like some people are just out. They're done. They didn't want to put the effort in. We all have those people. But we all have at least one. If you've developed, 5 or more golds ever in your career, there's at least one person that you're like, okay, are you ready to come back? Life has hit them hard in the last year. They had a baby, tragedy happened, job stuff happened, and they're like, I need this badly. And you're like, okay, let's do it. But there's never been an incentive before to get back to gold, right? There's never been an incentive before consistently to get back and then hold it. So if you want them to get back so I need you to write down some names. I need you to write down who on your team you're going to help. One person on your team, you're going to help maintain their rank. They're on that teetering edge of February. They barely squeezed in at gold or senior gold. I'm going to help her maintain this month. Like my goal is to help her get her 3 and just maintain. Because if she gets her 3, that's 18 points. And 18 points will give her some cushion up over that line. Do y'all see how just adding 3, the reason they're doing that isn't just for their, corporate's benefit, but if you're adding 3, then you've got 18-point cushion to get you either up over that line or to give you some gap in case you lose some subs. Next one is, who are you going to help rank up? They really were just like right at the 200 to 250 range to senior gold, and there was a little bit of a reason to go senior gold, but to get back to senior gold, to get back up over that rank. And probably if you're Ruby, senior Ruby, you have more, or Jewel, you probably have more people at that level. Who has lost gold and you want to help them get back to gold? And if you are in the silver to gold range, who on your team can you help go silver? Like, let's just get them started. Let's just cast the vision. And honestly, the people that have never hit gold are the people that I would help with the watch. That is actually, I think, the biggest space for the watch, the biggest, like where the watch kind of belongs is in that helping people get 6, they get a really tangible reward that they want to put on social media. They want to talk about the business. This actually works. They'll get the watch before they get all of their money, which is great. And then they have a talking point going forward. And that will actually be their catalyst from going from 0 to gold. And then at gold, now we're starting to help other people get their rewards too. Okay, I really want to pause here. I feel like we've been talking for like 20 minutes, and I know y'all been engaging in the chat. Can someone unmute and tell me either what you're really excited about or what you're really confused about? Because there's a really good chance I've done both. I've probably excited somebody, and I've probably confused somebody. So I kind of need both to know where we need to go from here.
Well, I'll unmute and I'll tell you, I'm really excited because I have kind of been like not doing so well in the last several months, like November, December, January were not good for me. And I need to re-rank. I want to get back to Ruby. And these incentives this month just set me on fire. It just really did. It was like, it gave me that, okay, Christy, we need to get to work. We need to do this. And I said to my team, I told them, I said, let's not wait to the end of the month to start adding people. Like, let's do it right away. So I've already added 2, and I've got another potential I'm talking to today. And the first 2 that I signed up, they want to get Fast Start Silver. They want to get 3. So I'm back to work.
What part excited you the most? Other, like, I feel like you definitely had like that, okay, I'm getting back to like rank, like that, but like, was there part of like, was it the customer incentives of the free reset? Was it the, you love the perk of having the watch kind of like over here as like a, hey, shiny object? Like what kind of, I think all of us are different. So I'd love to hear what actually like made you go, okay, fine, this is the month.
Okay, so the watch excites me. I like the stuff, even though I already have one. Like I got one last year, but I saw somebody posted that when you go pick up your watch at Best Buy, they'll let you trade it in for a gift card and then you can get something else. Like, hello, I'm there for that, right? I don't need 2 Apple Watches, but I'll definitely get whatever. So that was part of it. And then knowing that I can help my teammates, and I've got a big Canadian team, like those are my business builders, they're Canadian, they get cash. They get cash. And like, and even the incentive with the reset, like I was a little upset at first because they don't get the free reset with 100 PV. Hello, they get 117 Canadian dollars next month credited to their account. Not a free reset, but $117 credited to their account. Go ahead, tell me that's not an incentive to get somebody to sign up. Hello?
I'm actually going to take that, Christy, back to corporate because I want them to hear someone say like, I'd rather get cash and then cash again. Like the Apple Watch is fun. And I did see someone trade theirs in for a Nugget ice maker. So I'm not going to say that that wasn't I do need an Apple Watch. If y'all can see, my tan line is it's turning flat. I'm losing it as I've lost my Apple Watch. But so I do need one. But if I was going to win 2, I'd be trading it in for that Nugget ice maker. Actually, my husband probably make me put that towards a new dishwasher, but you know, whatever. We don't have to tell him I'm trading it in. I love that, Christy. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your excitement. I think I always feel just a little bit more like, okay, yeah, I forgot about all that when y'all get excited. Okay, I do need someone to tell me where you're confused, lost, or like frustrated, any of those emotions. Like give me something that we can talk about to explain it a little bit better. Cause I do.
Or even if you're like, this is exciting, but I don't know what to do now.
I guess for me, I'm in that category.
Thank you, Christy.
You
I knew
know, I always talk. I
watched your-
just wait a minute.
I watched your finger come across. I was like, let's go, Christy.
I'm in that place of, honestly, none of these really apply to me. My leaders, my golden, I don't have anybody in that leg. So I feel like I'm rebuilding like I was a silver again. But this month.
Can I pause you? I want to
Yeah.
pause you. None of these apply to me. Let's just start there. What rank were you in February?
Gold.
Okay, so if you do nothing but add 3 new level ones this month, how much money do you earn?
100, I guess that
Plus, how much on BBBs?
with to I don't, what do you mean? If
Sorry,
with the 3 people, 18.
that's for, okay, so you get 18 points. So you'll have 18 more points than you had in February, but then you'll get 20% of each one of their first time orders. And you'll have 18 more points, which is another say $40. I'm just totally spitballing here. So it's another maybe $200 between building business bonuses, that 20%, that first time order, your points upgrade, and your going maintaining gold. So I just want to start you with, at just baseline level, me helping 3 customers get started, I'm increasing my paycheck by just about $200. So that's a pretty good starting point. Do you have any excitement around adding 6 people, increasing that BBB number, and increasing that, to another 18 points on your points? So you're at 36 points. Well, math and me are not good friends. Where is my calculator? 36 points, which just add 36 points to where you ended in February. Does that look better towards getting towards senior gold? Like, not maybe getting back there, but just like you've now added 36 points to get closer to senior gold. Like, without even talking about anybody on your team, just putting, Becky created an incredible marriage counseling thing. And it talks about putting the bubble around yourself, like drawing a circle, like you are just not worrying about your spouse, and just like kind of drawing a circle around you and saying, what are the things I need to work on? So Christy, I'm going to challenge you for the rest of this week to just focus on Christy's business. Because I think if you can feel like you are solid in your business, then you can go, okay, now I'm actually pretty confident. Like, now I've actually got some conversations going. I've got some seeds planted. I've got some things happening. I think I can go out and help other people. But I do think if you start from a place of nothing this month really applies to me, in the fact of my team growing me, then you're going to be, I think it will be easy to be frustrated. So I interrupted you just to say, I want you to start with a thinking cap of, I'm excited about going gold, and I'm excited about maintaining gold. I'm glad they're paying me to just maintain rank and not, go backwards. I'm glad that they're paying me to grow 18 or 36 points this month, however I want to do my ads. Now that I have a little bit of excitement and energy, now I need to go ask my team again, and who's interested in making money or earning an Apple Watch. Or I need to go see if maybe these 3 to 6 new people I'm adding, that I'm actually having business conversations with them. So I interrupted you just to say, this does apply to you, because every single person on this call, it applies to. And I want you to feel applied to and encouraged by that. And then I want you to keep going with, so now that I've interrupted you, and I do apologize, but I want you to keep going with, okay, now what? Now that you already kind of have your circle drawn around you, now where do you feel like you can go from here?
I guess that really helps me see things in perspective. I've added 2. My goal is 6 for what you said, for my own kind of self, and to get to that place of the trajectory of, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say just start with you. Like, if you could add 3 new customers this week that you're also having business building, you're planting seeds for that business building conversation in. And maybe one person's excited about the watch. Maybe one person's excited about earning $300 this month. And I think the more excited you and the more confident you are that this applies to you, the more likely you are to share that confidence and that application with other people. I know and I think Beck would say this too, because we've talked about this, when I sit in a place of as Jules, this does not feel like it applies to us. As Jules, Leaders Retreat only being levels 1s and 2s felt impossible. As Jules, there was a lot of things that Jules loved to say doesn't apply to us, right? remember when Leaders Retreat wasn't even for Jules, we couldn't even go on Leaders Retreat for a couple of years. Here's what it does. And it's that switch of like, okay, like the spotlight actually isn't on me as a Jewel, the spotlight is on my team. And so if I spotlight all the people on my team, then my business actually grows. If Becky focuses on Russ's leg and growing that, then she's growing a huge leg over here. And then she's got all this work that she's doing with Ashley and Jody and this huge team over here. And that's all growing. And then this over here is growing. Looking at Kristen, and that's all, and Christy and all of y'all, like that's a whole nother leg of growth over here. So there's all these things growing, and it's like, oh, if I help all these people hit their goals, then my natural position as a Jewel grows. I want to challenge you. Where's your spotlight this month? And I do think, Christy, you need to turn the spotlight on yourself for a week and say, okay, where am I struggling? What do I need to do? Where am I planting seeds? What's my business look like? And then you need to go, okay, now I'm spotlighting different people on my team and going, where can I pour into this person? Where can I help this person just post for the first time? Where can I help this person see wins in their products? Where can I help this person, just get out and get moving and see that their body needs to get active while they're taking the products? You know what I mean? So I think both sides are really, really important, Christy. But as soon as you take the spotlight and you shine it out, I think you'll feel like, okay, I'm still doing all of my stuff back here, but if I can help all these people just do one little thing, then it'll help. And I do feel like you're in a place where you can do it. You can build leaders because you've done it before. You just need to keep going and finding the right leaders over and over again. I know it's exhausting sometimes. Okay, who else? Anybody not know what their next step is for Rank Rewards?
I'm curious. I know that we've got a few people on this call who probably have not even been with Plexus for 6 months yet. If you've been with Plexus for more than 2 years, will you just type me in the chat? And if you've been with Plexus for less than 2 years, will you type new in the chat? And then some of y'all, like maybe Christy Metropolis might be in the middle. Yeah, Christy's 2 in May. Okay. Okay. For those of y'all who've been with Plexus for more than 2 years, I bet you've got a lot of people in your virtual office who are inactive. Okay. And some of them might be direct to you, and some of them might be like level 2s or 3s. And some of you literally might have people who are even 4s or 5s. Okay. I want to remind you that, and not just for months like this, where, you might feel that pressure of like, I've got to recruit 6 hanging over your head. I don't want you to live that way. I want to remind you that this is truly a numbers game. Sales is a numbers game of how many people are you talking to. I recently read Lori Harrison has been with Plexus for a long time, longer than Andrea and I. And she went through a long season of, she would say this, she's just not recruiting really at all. And maybe not at all, but not recruiting many. And she has, since last fall, just had a lot of recruits. And she shared recently in a post about what happened the month that began to turn around. And she was actually going through a really hard time personally, like a lot of change and kind of some sad sorrows, sort of, like kids moving out and moving away, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she said that what she did was she got into her virtual office and she sat down and messaged just like 10 people at a time. And then she'd take a break and like, cause you kind of get the, I'm going to throw up. Well, I just messaged someone, but the ultimate conversation that she was trying to get to was, hey, where do you stand with Plexus now? A lot of these people had been gone for years. So like, not only were their products or the whole system's like reset that they had never tried, but they typically at some point had been enjoying Plexus, whether they were direct to her or on her team. Then that season had passed. And I think what we can do is we tell ourselves, Like we tell ourselves messages about former customers or former team members, and maybe we might think there's bad blood when really they've just made a decision or life happened and they've gotten away. But she sent a lot, like a lot. She said she spent a whole day and that she would take breaks and like go away and pray or like go watch a TV show and then come back, or eat lunch. But it came after just like a real outpouring in her heart of kind of grief. And then she just started these conversations. And she said that month she recruited 38 people. Now, 38 people, truthfully, that's like what I recruit in a year. Okay. So that would be mind blowing. And then she said she was crippled with fear about what's going to, if you've ever had a big month, like if you've ever had a month where you recruited 6 or more, there is like this kind of tension of like, oh my God, I'm going to take care of all these people. So she said, I went to YouTube and just she recorded herself making a video of like, hey, if you're new, like, here's how you get started on your products. Here's where my team page is. Here's these calls. Here's how, you got to know about your perks. And then she just uploaded it to YouTube so that she could just send it to all of her new people, which is smart, right? That's an onboarding system. But I want to encourage you guys. It's a numbers thing. If you want to recruit 6, then you need to be sending at least 6 messages a day, right? So you can't hang your hat on, I'm going to try to have 6 important conversations this month. You're hanging your hat on, you're making it too heavy. You just need to start the conversation with people. Either if you can go into your virtual office and strike up a conversation with people that have tried Plexus in the past and just say, hey, where do you stand? And I wouldn't say, do you have any interest in starting again? Or did you know that here's the opportunity? I would just start a conversation of, I'd love to hear if you've ever thought about using the products again. And then let them respond. And, probably 30% will ghost you. 20% might be like, hey, I'm peace out. No, I have no interest. Period. End of sentence. Then you just say like, okay, good to know. Missing your face or whatever. And you move on to the next conversation. But there will be a percentage that would potentially be interested in trying it again. You start there. Now, like Andrea's talking about, you've got to have like multiple faucets flowing into the bathtub. So you've got to be having conversations with new people. But just to start to get in the norm of get those faucets flowing, because it takes multiple faucets to fill up the tub. And I want to remind you guys, it helps if you take away the emotion. Set a timer, sit down, send the messages, get up, get a snack, go get some steps, go outside or whatever, do the next thing you've got on your day and then come back and do it again. Like I just see where Roxanne said, I'm going for a lot of no's. That's how you get into growth, is you go after lots of no's. And you'll get them, don't worry.
Can I unmute for a minute?
Please.
Okay, this makes me feel like I'm gonna puke doing this, but so I am basically rebuilding from scratch. I've been with Plexus for 8 years, but my team has like fell apart. So I'm rebuilding. And I've been messaging 10 to 15 people a day this last couple of months. And I've gotten like 2 yeses, 2 maybes, and the rest have been no's. And a lot of the no's are, I am not in the MLM thing, or I'm not interested in MLM. Do you have a good response for that?
I honestly, I can tell you, Ivy, I love that you shared that. I think I just talked about that on a training this weekend. Boy, the MLM love to hate it stuff on social media is like so popular. So I just want to tell you, people hate MLM because either they've had a previously bad experience or they don't really understand how flipping awesome true network marketing. I'm not talking direct sales. I am not talking about you having to sell leggings. I can't even imagine anything harder. But I'm talking about the fact that And I literally, I'm like, I made a video last week, Instagram freaking messed it up. I've got to go back and make it again. But I'm talking about the idea, Andrea and I were training on it this weekend. Like, think about a brand that you're so committed to. Like maybe it's Amazon. Like I bet most of us are pretty committed to Amazon. We have a Prime membership. We're on Amazon multiple times a week ordering something. And like, just think about how much you spend through Amazon a month. Okay. And then imagine that Amazon offers you a referral link, which they do. And you not only make money when somebody else uses that link, but like, what if that person that you just made money on, they had their own link and they shared it, and then you made money on that person's referrals, and then that person shared their link? Do you know what I mean? Like Plexus offers that at 7 levels. Ivy, you're like, I think a level 4 to me. When you share your referral link, I make money. That's crazy. That's true. And then Andrea makes money and Roz makes money, you know? So that's true residual income. Celeste Gwynn, who makes the most income in the whole company, Ivy, when you share your link, she makes money. Like, I want to be Celeste. So that's people, when it sounds too good to be true, they tend to tune out. Or that's why the whole, oh, it's just a pyramid scheme. Like, because that's a blanket statement that allows people to shut it down. And so what I say, the way I want to respond, but I also want to post too. I don't want to post to MLM haters. I want to post to people who are curious about making money. And I want to talk about how it's so popular to hate on MLM, which is insane to me, because we don't hate on the major brands like Microsoft, you know, or name some of these brands that like own everything. You know, Coca-Cola owns literally, they've cornered the market in soft drinks. They own Topo Chico. They own multiple other, you know, brands under them. We don't hate on them. We support them. Why would you hate on MLM? But the truth is that I want people not to hate it. I want them to understand it so that they really know what they're saying no to. And yes, I think it was Christy that said, Bob Heilig has really incredible trainings on why network marketing is freaking awesome. But honestly, I think what I'd say is like, hey, I get it. The MLM hate is super strong. You know, I am looking for people that not only are brave enough to go for an MLM, but I want people who really want an incredible comp plan, because that's what Plexus has.
I would also ask them what's your personal experience? Like, get into if someone came to me 10 years ago, 11 years ago now, and said, I'd love for you to join Plexus. And I'd be like, I'm never doing a network marketing company again. They'd be like, tell me more. And I told them about my story with Arbonne and exactly what happened, all of the ins and outs, the debt, the selling of my beautiful 4Runner, the having to get into a Taurus. For 3 months pregnant, I had no car, like all the things, and told them hated the parties, begged my friend Becky to come to everything. The poor girl couldn't even afford a lip liner, but boy, did she show up at my house, all the things, and they could go, well, you're already on social media. You share what your kids are eating for lunch every day. You already share, like, you've shared some hard things with Ella's life. If these products worked for you, would you be interested? Would you at least share it for me? And if honestly, y'all, if Roz had come to me and said, hey, when you buy these products, if you like them, would you share them for me? Would you share them so that I can continue to pay for Colton's therapy, or we can do brain mapping or whatever? If you like them, I would have been like, yes, I will share them for you. And you know what Roz would have said? Why wouldn't you share them for you? Like, if it works for you, why don't you just share them in your link? And so it would have been a process. It wouldn't have been all in one conversation. So when so often y'all were like, okay, telling me exactly what to say. I'm like, it's not a one-time conversation. It's a 3-month conversation. It's maybe a 3-year conversation. There are people I have still been having I don't know if I want to do an MLM, but I really do see all the benefits of what you're doing, but I just can't pull the trigger. Great, let's keep having that conversation. Let's keep talking about it. But I really think, are you sharing what residual income actually is? Like, just explaining to people what residual income actually, you don't have to discount pyramid schemes, people love to use inflammatory words. Y'all, we are in a political world. The last 4 years, if you have not learned by now that people love to use inflammatory words, you have not been paying attention. People love to use in pyramid scheme. If anybody's using it, they're either completely unaware what a pyramid scheme is, which my grandfather went to prison for a pyramid scheme. I happen to know personally firsthand what it is. And it just means that no product changed hands. Everything you have bought, every penny you have spent with Plexus, you have gotten something. Every single penny you have spent with Plexus, you have shown up, you've gotten your probiotics and your multivitamins and your blood sugar stabilizer and your energy drink. You're getting stuff with Plexus. What's crazy is you give Plexus money for products and they give you money for sharing those products with other people. You just have to explain that over and over and over again. And you have to explain what the community looks like. And you have to explain who our corporate officers are. And you have to explain that we're a debt-free company. And you have to do it all at one time. You literally drip it out there all the time. And then someone goes, oh, wait, what? Y'all are y'all have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating? Okay, I can't imagine if it's illegal. Oh, Merrill Lynch is partnered with y'all for financial, like all of their financial planning, and like they back y'all. Okay, tell me more about that. And it's really not even knowing all of those details. I know I'm going to get 4 messages. Could you please send me all the details on? You can go to Better Business Bureau and you can click us. You can click in any company and you can find out what their rating is. And y'all can screenshot it right there what the Plexus Better Business Bureau rating is. You can go in and you can, if you go into kind of the business side of what Plexus is, you can find out a lot about them. But I don't even think most people care. Becky, would you have cared if I had told you what our Better Business Bureau rating was when we first started, when you said, I don't want to do that? No, you had to understand what the income opportunity was. And you had to go, oh, wait, you're just telling me if a few of my friends buy a probiotic from me that I can, put an extra $100 against our student loans? I can put an extra, I can put some money away and actually get a babysitter for the night for both kids. It's the little things. It's not the big, y'all think y'all are going to post something amazing and everyone's going to be like, oh, Plexus. Yes, I've been saying MLMs were bad for so long and I just missed this point. It's dripping. It is dripping. It is dripping. It is dripping. And if you're not dripping on a weekly basis, 3 or 4 times a week, how amazing the business model of network marketing is. Social media, social marketing, referral link, social selling, what it looks like to be a part of a company. Y'all, Star Diamonds Rising is literally all the top level leaders, an entire network marketing. I don't think this exists anywhere else, where every top level leader in the entire company is spending their personal time to pour into the whole company on a daily basis. Y'all, the amount of conversations we have been in for the last month and a half in a chat to make sure to bring you the best quality, in that group. And it's not even one person. It's literally every person adding their best qualities. Are you selling that to your people? Are you selling the training that you get, the personal development that you get? Are you selling all of those things to your network so that they could see? And it might not be that Sally, who you've been crossing your fingers and your toes and hoping she comes because everybody loves her and she knows everybody and she's the mayor's wife and, she's the high school football coach's, sister and everybody knows her. And if she comes in, then I won't have to work that hard because everyone will just automatically join her. If you're praying for that, I just want to encourage you that what if it's just Amy, who doesn't know that many people, but she's really consistent with Bible study and people, when she talks, they go, oh, I want to listen because I want to lean in because she never says anything. Or what if it's just, Samantha, who has a small group of moms that she does, this with, and people trust her the second that she posts about anything and she's willing to lean, it might just be some people that just want to go silver and senior silver and just earn $100 here. Becky and I had no idea that this was our rank we were. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't even explain the jewel ranks to you until I think I was ruby. I just didn't understand that I didn't want to be an emerald, sapphire, or diamond because I didn't know what that meant. Does that make sense? I just wanted the next rank. I was just constantly focused on what is the next rank? How do I get to the next place? And I want to challenge you this month, really stay where you are, hold the line on your bathtub, see if you can add an extra faucet to it, which is somebody else adding their 3. And y'all, we ain't talking like, power blaster faucets here. We're talking drip faucets. Like some of us just need to turn on like 4 or 5 drip faucets, right? Because that will just help. And I'm not saying your water line is going to go from here to here. I'm just saying your water line, like, it's like you're getting up over the collarbone kind of a thing, right? And it's adding warm water. If these people are excited, it's adding warm water. And I really, really, really want you to see what it looks like for you to rank up either in and not all the way up to where you're senior gold and you're like, I'd love to get back to senior ruby. Great. Let's just get back to ruby. Let's just do the things that it requires to get back to ruby this month. And then April, May, let's do the things that it requires to get back to senior ruby. But I really want to challenge you this month to just do the next thing. Ivy, I really want to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you personally to reshare somebody's information about network marketing. I don't want it to come from you. I want it to be something Rebecca Folks has posted or something Jordan Roddenberry has posted. Like we can get you some names of people that are really good at sharing what network marketing is. And I want you to share those things. I want you to share something either Kristen Boss or Bob Heilig or, somebody that you enjoy listening to. Like a quote that they say, little tidbits that they say about network marketing. I want you to do maybe a little research. How much, like y'all should all be Googling things like, how much does the average American need to make to cover their bills this month? How much does the average stay-at-home mom make in side businesses? Like these are things that I want you to get curious about because your network is probably sitting there laying in bed at night going, if I could just make $250 this month, that would cover between what my husband's check is and what all of our bills we just added up today are going to be. Do y'all see how like you're changing a life just a little bit like that? Okay, we talked a lot about rank up rewards, but I really want that to be the focus this month. I really, really want you to focus on that and income over incentives. That's going to be like my new tagline, my new slogan. Thanks, Beck. Oh, do you have a share cart ready to go? Everybody on this team do you have a free reset share cart ready to go with your link? And do you have your if someone messaged you right now and said, okay, just tell me what to buy, send me the link. Do you have a link ready? Ivy does.
And does it include a subscription? Make sure, because I'm harping on it. I want everyone you add this month to still be here next month. Great.
I added 5 in November and I didn't know about the
Ugh.
Create subscription.
It killed
And
us.
so
Ivy.
only 2 of those have reordered.
I know. And listen, you weren't alone. That's why I'm like harping on this. Georgiana is asking, what do you mean by ready to go? And I'm so glad you asked, Georgiana, because what we mean is create a cart. I created mine with, and if you don't know how to do it, we're going to walk you through it. Okay. But you're going to go into your website. We can talk you through it. You're going to add triplex. You're going to choose the flavor of Slim. You're going to put it in your cart and you're going to go back. You're going to add a reset. You're going to put it in your cart. Then you're going to use your promo code reset so that they get the free reset. And then you're going to share the cart into the notes section of your phone and just to save it there, right? For easy access. So when you're talking to someone who wants triplex and reset, it's just there to go. And sorry, Ivy just put it, and you're going to create the subscription while you're creating the cart. That's so key because you don't want to lose these people. We did so much recruiting in November and you know what happened? The bathtub drain was like 4 times the size it usually is because they had changed because that was the month where they said you don't have to just do a welcome pack. And so when you do that share to your cart, this changed the whole share cart system. It doesn't automatically create the subscription. So that's an essential step that keeps people involved. So then put it into your notes section in your phone so that when you're talking to someone, boom, you just go grab it out of your notes, copy and paste to them. Does anybody go, oh, hold on, that still doesn't make sense? And it's okay if it doesn't, because I want to hold your hand. Anybody? Okay.
I am going to do a training on it because we have a graphic on how to do the free reset. And I want to offer that graphic to everybody, make sure that y'all have that, the step-by-step on how to create it with the free reset. But I'm also going to do a video so y'all I can screen share and show y'all how to build a cart. And plus, then you can share that with your new people. They're like, explain to me how to do a share cart. Yeah, I want y'all to have that. Go ahead, Christy.
Okay, so typically in the past, I don't do share a cart because most of my people, it's like I maintain their accounts for them. So I need their password and all their stuff. And that's what I've been doing. And then also it's like, I always check with people a few days before their sub goes out. And if they need to change anything, I go in there and do it for them. So I haven't been like using share a cart. So do I need to just stick with what I've been doing that's working, or is there an
I
advantage?
have opinions, and Andrea and I might have two separate opinions, which we can share it. So
Okay.
Christy, I have two thoughts. One, are you walking people through the sign up process over the phone, or are they sending you the info and you're creating their account?
Lately, it's been over the phone.
Okay, so are they doing it and they're like, and you're on the phone with them while they're logging in?
Nope. I'm
Okay.
doing it and they're giving me the information as we're putting it in.
Right.
And then
So
the
the upside of that is that it works and you get them signed up and you create a subscription and then you manage that's the upside, is that it works. There's not user failure like there can be sometimes when you've got someone who, and we know there's certain types of people that just aren't real savvy with ShareCart. Okay. The downside is they can't duplicate what they didn't experience. So my question is, I wonder what would happen if you, when able, which is probably not a lot, but when you're able, if you were to literally sit with someone and walk them through sign up, but like they're doing it on their phone or their computer, or if they're out of town and they're not local, you're literally on the phone and you're like, okay, now you're going to click this. Okay, now you're going to see this. Because I will say the people that are able, on my VIPs who are able to turn around and go silver, they tend to be that. They tend to be someone that I either sat with or I walked them through. They created their own password. And let me tell you, Christy, I've done it 85 different ways. I've done it the way you're talking about, where I just got all their information. They sent me their stuff. I created their account. I said, here's your login info. I'll track everything. Okay. Those people tend to not sign people up because they don't know how. They didn't do it.
Okay.
Or I've sent them share a cart, which was great, but maybe they missed the subscription process. Then that sucked. It's like, you got to find out what's going to have the highest measure of turnover. And I got to be honest, for me, the highest measure is literally when I'm with someone and I walk them through sign up and they go through it. So maybe they have my cart, but I go, okay, I want you to call me. You're going to click on this and then call me and I'm going to walk you through the rest of your sign up because I want you to know how to help someone else do this.
Okay.
You hear
Okay.
that difference? Andrea, do you have an opinion there?
Yes, I have big opinions, but Beck actually fixed the opinion because usually Becky would get on the phone with them and I think that's great. But she would have everybody's information. She would have like their logins and stuff. I have very few logins. I have like a friend who like doesn't want to manage her. Look, we've had the conversation. I don't want to manage my account. I just want you to call you and tell you when this is happening. And those are really the only people whose logins I have. Because here's the other thing, Beck and I just had this conversation, when they want to cancel, when they want to switch their subscription, I want them to go in and own that. I'm just saying, Amazon does not call me and say, hey, do you want me to walk you through subscribe and save? I go through and figure out subscribe and save, and then I own, if I mistake it and I accidentally, my poor husband's like, I thought we were subscribe and saving this. Why did we just get it again? I'm like, because I forgot to do it right. And I just went ahead and ordered it one time. So, but I think like correct me if I'm wrong, but we tend to think people are dumber than they really are. Like we tend to think, oh, it's going to be too hard. I don't know if she's going to push the right buttons. I don't know if this is going to happen correctly. I do think Share a Cart fixes a little bit of that because it's all in there. Their subscription is set. You've had the conversation. This doesn't negate, Share a Cart does not negate conversations, y'all. Share a Cart is not like, hey, I'm sharing Triplex on social media. Click here if you want a link. You get a link. I just send you a link and I wait. Like that is not how Share a Cart is supposed to work. Share a Cart is, hey, okay, tell me what you're wanting. You're really wanting gut health. Tell me what you've been experiencing. You've been experiencing this. Oh, you're struggling to put this on your credit card this week. You want to do it next week. kind of tell me about some financial stuff. Like what's going on financially? Oh, okay. Your husband's kind of in between jobs. Okay. What are you doing for extra income? Well, oh, you're creating some, weird things that you're selling on the internet and you're not sure you love that. Okay, great. You're having this conversation and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, here's everything we talked about in products. Your subscription is already set because we already talked about the fact that you need to be on this for 60 to 90 days to see all the results that you want. And the link that I just sent you, when you sign up, you get one too. So send that out to 3 people, you make $300 and we're going to have the same conversation all over again. I'm going to get all those conversations that you want to be in with those people. Anybody that's a smidge interested, let's talk about it. And you're having that conversation, but the link to me makes it really mindless of like their triplex is in there with the flavor that we already talked about. They don't have to go, oh, I picked the wrong flavor. Their resets in there. You've done the reset link. Do you know how many people have not gotten a free reset because they forgot to apply the code in the right place? The subscription is set. Again, how many people second month are like, my products didn't come? And you're like, because you didn't set a subscription when you went and did it yourself. So I think the link helps as long as you're also having the conversation. Share a cart does not replace conversations. Share a cart actually reduces friction if you're doing it well and you're doing it right. And one thing I want to remind you is when you're saving these share carts to your notes, make sure you're typing things like blood orange, lemon lime slim, hunger control, black cherry lime blossom slim, so that you don't send them the wrong cart with the wrong stuff in it.
So that's the question I have, Andrea. Since I haven't used Share a Cart before, it's not just one Share a Cart for each person. Like it doesn't have to be a different one. Like once you come up with the Share a Cart that has blood orange in it with triplex and a free reset and a sub for next month, that is good for multiple people.
100 people from now until March 31st.
Oh, okay.
How wonderful is that?
Yeah, okay. I might utilize that then. All right, thank you.
Okay,
Is-
I
is
like
that-
this. Go ahead, Georgiana.
Is that for always? Because I never knew that we could just save a link and then use it on multiple people
Yeah.
either.
The difference is a lot of times our codes have changed. So the reason that you kind of do I do carts by month and I delete them is because now I'm not using save 10 unless honestly, if they don't want to reset, make sure you have my postmaster, make sure you have a save 10 one as well. That's like just triplex with that saving 10 or the give 10. I can't remember which one. One is save 10. I think save 10 is new people and give 10. No, wait. One of them's new people, one of them's existing people. Don't ask me.
Save 10 is existing.
Okay. And then give 10 is for new customers coming in that want to maybe they just want 4 bottles of ProBio 5. You can still use give 10 as a code. Yeah, go ahead, Kristen.
From my experience, my carts are expiring after 24 hours. Or if I send somebody like the same link, then it's not working.
Okay.
So am
we'll
I
dig
doing
into
it
that.
wrong? Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's dig in. I want you to send me a cart that you have saved and created in the last week, but not in the last 24 hours. And then I'm going to send that over because sometimes there's a bug in the cart and the more that we can send them into corporate and the more they can fix whatever that bug is, like y'all, I am not a ones and zeros like code person. And that is a coding issue that corporate is fixing. I'm going to give y'all it's 103, but I'm going to give y'all one challenge. Do everything in your new back office. It will be switching from OG to new eventually. You can use both. If I'm on my computer, you can have OG virtual office. When you click go to new virtual office, it opens in a new window. You can have both up. So you can toggle, but I want to encourage you while you're searching for people, when you're looking for points, when you're trying to filter by your, all the people in your back office to see who ranked, who in February was really close to gold or senior gold. I want you to use your new back office. And when you are creating links, I want you to do that. Here's what I want you to see. When you go to new virtual office, the first thing your VIPs and brand ambassadors will see is their referral link. It's the very first thing they'll see. And if you don't show them that, every person you sign up should be using new virtual office because they don't know anything about old virtual office. Okay. And if that scares you, message your sponsor. Don't message me. Okay. I love y'all. We'll see y'all later. Bye.